React JSX. What is JSX? JSX stands for JavaScript XML. JSX allows us to write HTML in React. JSX makes it easier to write and add HTML in React. Coding JSX. JSX allows us to write HTML elements in JavaScript and place them in the DOM without any createElement and/or appendChild methods. Please subscribe my YouTube channel and press bell icon for further notification. Thanks. JSX converts HTML tags into React elements. You are not required to use JSX, but JSX makes it easier to write React applications. Here are two examples. The first uses JSX and the second does not. Example 1. JSX. Code. Example 2. Without JSX. Code. As you can see in the first example, JSX allows us to write HTML directly within the JavaScript code. JSX is an extension of the JavaScript language based on ES6, and is translated into regular JavaScript at runtime. Expressions in JSX. With JSX you can write expressions inside curly braces. The expression can be a React variable or property or any other valid JavaScript expression. JSX will execute the expression and return the result. Example. Execute the expression 5 plus 5. Code. Inserting a large block of HTML. To write HTML on multiple lines, put the HTML inside parentheses. Example. Create a list with 3 list items. Code. 1 top-level element. The HTML code must be wrapped in 1 top-level element. So if you like to write 2 paragraphs, you must put them inside a parent element, like a div element. Example. Wrap 2 paragraphs inside 1 div element. Code. JSX will throw an error if the HTML is not correct, or if the HTML misses a parent element. Alternatively, you can use a fragment to wrap multiple lines. This will prevent unnecessarily adding extra nodes to the DOM. A fragment looks like an empty HTML tag, /. Example. Wrap 2 paragraphs inside a fragment. Code, : elements must be closed. JSX follows XML rules, and therefore HTML elements must be properly closed. Example. Close empty elements with /. Code. JSX will throw an error if the HTML is not properly closed. Attribute class equals class name. The class attribute is a much-used attribute in HTML, but since JSX is rendered as JavaScript, and the class keyword is a reserved word in JavaScript, you are not allowed to use it in JSX. Use attribute class name instead. JSX solved this by using class name instead. When JSX is rendered, it translates class name attributes into class attributes. Example. Use attribute class name instead of class in JSX. Code. Conditions if statements. React supports if statements, but not inside JSX. To be able to use conditional statements in JSX, you should put the if statements outside of the JSX, or you could use a ternary expression instead. Option 1. Write if statements outside of the JSX code. Example. Write hello if x is less than 10, otherwise goodbye. Code. Option 2. Use ternary expressions instead. Example. Write hello if x is less than 10, otherwise goodbye. Code. Note that in order to embed a JavaScript expression inside JSX, the JavaScript must be wrapped with curly braces.